put the foot into it. The right-footed kicker kicks it high. Nice kick, end over end. And this is Hicks. William Hicks, number 23, and he is out to about the 25-yard line, where Vineland will have it 1st and 10 to start the first series of plays in this football game. Holy Spirit visiting Vineland at Catone Stadium.
Maybe they get a little excited about it and slack off just a little.
Boy, look at those guys from Holy Spirit on the front line. They're big and they are ready. They want to stop Vineland right now. All right, this is Hicks, and he may have a first down at the 45-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It looks like it. I don't know. It might be off by a nose. They'll probably measure.
Yeah, they're going to measure.
The officials will take an official. Nobody else in the field's as tall as he is except for Milt Morris. Okay, this is Hicks. Took it at the 11, and he almost breaks the seam right up the middle. Tackled by number 57 of Holy Spirit. 7 from the 32. Hicks, he's got some running room outside. Does he get away? He's still on his feet and down to the 39-yard line and very close to a Vineland first down.
I'll tell you, these Vineland backs are not backing off of anybody, and not only the Vineland backs, the Vineland line is not backing off of so-called invincible Holy Spirit.
Not at all.
There are offensive offenses out there, Roger Marandino.
And these are replaced by Willie Hart, number 43, coming into the game.
Right.
Is that Kevin's brother?
Yeah.
He's a senior.
Brother or cousin, I'm not
Brother
sure.
or cousin. 5'11", 175. 1st and 10 from the 42. Holy Spirit's offside.
That was they tried to draw him offside that time, and they got him offside.
Shown the ability to move the ball consistently against that highly touted Holy Spirit defense. This is Hart. Kevin Hart for a pickoff of 3 or 4. Call it 2nd and 6. Today's game is brought to you in part by the Minatola Bank, serving the Vineland area for 75 years, and that is stability. The Minatola Bank. Bernardini splitting to the near slide. They have Hart also flanked to the near side. Viso, oh, it's loose. That wasn't a real sound play that time, as Viso actually pitched that ball back at the moment he was hit to William Hicks, and that loses a few more yards.
Yeah, he lost about 7 on that play.
All the way back just about to the 45-yard line.
Bad pitches here on option play. We put Vineland in the hole.
All right, Jeff Matola attempting to convert.
Oh, the kick is blocked.
The first one he's missed in how many years?
That's right. That's
kindergarten, wasn't it?
Well, he's had 2 in a row. He had 20 in a row, and now there goes his streak.
Boy, it's almost unfair. I mean, he just didn't get the defense of the protection of the line.
I'd see my heart bleeds for him, but then
this doesn't count. The streak is still on. We have officially ruled it doesn't count. It was a block. He didn't miss it. He didn't shank it.
He didn't make it either.
He didn't make it.
That's what counts.
40. Bernardini splits to the near side. And let's see what they...
They're coming. They think he's going to pass, and they're coming.
He's going to throw over the middle. He's going to ball. He's to the 20. He's going to go home. Touchdown.
60 yards.
Hey, do you believe this?
60 yards.
Unbelievable. Brad Bernardini. 60-yard strike from Chris Viso. And can you believe it? With 8 seconds to play in the half.
I guess they would call out a fly pattern in pro ball.
Oh, that was beautiful. And he got the big rush at the last minute from the right side of the Holy Spirit line.
I'm disappointed.
Changing the game before your eyes here, boys and girls. 8 seconds to play, and let's see if Vineland can get the 2-point conversion. Viso in the air, and it's almost a spectacular catch by number 84, Joe Crescenzi. He was the guy. We knew what was going on that time.
Well, you know, there's another one. Bernardini was open on the other side, but again, the play was designed to go to Crescenzi. 113 yards, but he's continuing his usual thing. Malin.
He's impressive.
Yes, he is an impressive fella. And, you know, I think we better mention somebody else, too, now, the cheerleaders.
Yes.
They're out there, and how
about
like a long count.
1st and 10 for the Clan. And this is Kevin Hart. And you get about 2. And Milton Morris has a few words with somebody a great deal smaller than he is. And nobody, the official, isn't breaking it up. So he's over there with number 73. And where is he? He should be on our chart here. Chris Alcoba 5'10", 216-pounder. Having words with 6'5", 275-pound Milt Morris. It is.
Yeah, that's the second time he's had a
little wobbly, but he'll make it off the field under his own power.
I'm sure when he gets out there, if somebody plays a block to him every time, that let you know that they're there.
Look at that great close-up shot on our monitor here. Okay, it's 3rd and 6 for Vineland.
I made the mistake last game of saying it was Coach LeBoy. In fact, the gentleman with Mr. Hicks is Dr. Joe Bernardini, the team position. 60 defensive tackle. He's a sophomore, Mike. 76 stand in the quarter of the Pemberton game. Vineland moved the ball excellently against Pemberton. And then all at once something, as far as the 20, and then things would happen. And in fact, even against Atlantic City. But now, Vineland against Holy Spirit, a team that
a lot colder. Okay, Robert Haydack splits wide to the near side. The backs are in the I formation. They're going for the 2-point conversion. Viso rolling to the right side. He's got running room. Now he throws in the end zone. Complete to Buffalo. And Vineland has tied Holy Spirit. 20-20 with 2:16 to go. 16 minutes and 16 seconds left to play today. Morris with a beautiful high end-over-end hang time kick at the 10-yard line. This is Chris Murray, and is he driven to the ground? Beautiful tackle. There's a fumble. Vineland recovers.
Ivan Hale is the one that number 31 for Vineland. Ivan Hale, 6'3", 185 pounds injured. Laid one on him, and he dropped the ball. Like that, when Joe Basile comes back, too, when you have two guys that can do that. And, of course, you've got Hart and Hicks. Hey, nice. The season bodes well for the future.
All right, nobody split wide. Yes, I'm sorry. Bernardini, it looks like, to the far side. And there's Buckaloo, and he's hammered this time for no gain. Big hit by number 73, it looks like. Trying to pick out Chris Alcoba. Really put a hit on John Buckaloo to stop him. It's 3rd and 1, and that was a big defensive play on 2nd and 2.
Well, that's, the Holy Spirit men were excited because they finally stopped Buckaloo, and they should be excited. Number 20, no, that's a mistake there.
Vineland's got to dig deep into the well and keep that spirit alive here and keep that momentum going. They have got to convert this 3rd and 1 at the 20-yard line. Viso gives it to Hart.
Flag on a play.
Inside the 15 to the 12.
Flag on a play.
Willie Hart, but we have that penalty marker.
No, it's Billy Hicks. William Hicks, and he's hurt again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's against Vineland. Penalty against Vineland.
Uh-oh. And most unfortunate that Hicks is down and he is hurt. And he's lying motionless, face down right now.
He may have picked up about 9 yards on that play, too. It's down to the 10-yard line. But there's a penalty it's going to cost you.
They're getting him up. If he's getting hurt this bad, you'd almost like to see him try to sit this one out. I know it's the big game, but we've got other guys that can run the ball, and we want Mr. Hicks back in there next Saturday afternoon. Get him off the field. Maybe we can get a shot of that on the near side. There he is. Nice camera work. Possible overtime here today. Don't they have some sort of a 5-minute thing now in high school football? We'll find out if it comes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Who's that? Buckaloo. No, that was Willie Hart.
Willie Hart. Woo! Dropped Chris Murray in his tracks at the 20-yard line. A loss of 2. It's 3rd and 12. Get back in there and tie this game. Maybe go for the conversion. Go for the win. Oh, we got to get it down to the end zone first. Bernardini is going to be the middleman deep. That's not Hicks back in there, is it?
23.
Is that 23 or 43? I can't see it.
Yeah, it's 23.
23. Oh, my goodness. William Hicks is back in the game. Kevin Hart is the deep back on the far side for Vineland. Jeff Matola, one of the best kickers in high school football, has done a great job today. Had a streak broken after 2 years with a block. He didn't miss it. It was blocked. All right. This is William Hicks. Let's see what he has left. He's getting outside. Hicks cutting up the middle. Hicks trying to get away. And he gets out with a valiant effort to the 27-yard line before he is hauled down by a host of white jerseys. And leading the attack for the Holy Spirit Spartans, number 14, Jeff
Daplin. And Robin, VHS coming off a very tough loss to Holy Spirit, and it's one of those weeks you don't know which team you're going to see, either the one who will let this loss get to them or the team that will come out and make Ocean City pay for last week's loss.
See if he can come in there and do the job, especially on the when Vineland's in the punt formation, when he has to punt the long snap, rather center the long snaps, and for the extra point.
Ocean City Red Raiders will receive the opening kickoff from the foot of Big Daddy Milt Morris, number 72. He's set to kick off from the 40. Tyrone Rolls, number 35, as well as number 43. Dan Sinclair back to receive. Nice end-over-end kick. Sinclair watches it bounce into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and that's a good kick by Morris.
I'll tell you, when Big Milt puts his foot to it, he can really boot the ball. Wasn't that high of a kick, but the two Ocean City...
43-yard line, it now appears, after the dust is settled. The second man through is going to be 23 for the Clan. Cuts it back inside the 45, down to about the 42-yard line. Excuse me, down to about the 38-yard line. Hicks tackled by number 64 for Ocean City. That's Darren Urbaseski. First and 10 for the Red Raiders. From their 34-yard line, here's the quarterback rolling right, pitching behind the runner and intercepted by Bernhardt. If they rule it, it was a very close play, and I think they're going to give it to the Clan. Ernie Bernhardt, number 15. 1270 AM, WFHM Vineland and Cable Channel 2. He got about 6 yards out of that. This is the give to Hicks, getting through near the first down yardage. And for our TV audience, you can see all that dust piling up. We're pretty thankful today it's not raining. That would be a mud pile.
When we came down
later on, I understand.
Coach Tony Cerise is here, and see if we can get him up to join us at halftime, see his view on this ball game.
All right, the Vineland Fighting Clan have the ball, 1st and 10. Give up the middle, Buckaloo, I believe, and he gets a couple, and they need a lot more than that.
About 17. Haydak is down at about his 10-yard line for the punt, and he gets off a great punt. It's going to be fielded by Ocean City about the 42-yard line, gets up almost to midfield where he's tackled by a host of Vineland tacklers. And it'll be 1st and 10 Ocean City from their own
Eagles.
28 yards.
Full house backfield for Ocean City. They want to get something good. It's a quarterback rolling right. He gives off to Tyrone Rolls, and a beautiful tackle by Ernie Bernhardt. And checked in there as well, William Hicks. Took his feet out right out from under him. Tyrone Rolls, nothing doing there. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Clan 40-yard line. Down, make it a 5. Here comes Fisher, going to be dropped. Tyrone Rolls drops the ball, and Jamie Lapsley drops him. Outstanding defensive play, taking advantage of an Ocean City miscue. It'll be 4th down and about 12 or 13 for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, but let's credit Dean Castle and get up just a few yards past the line of scrimmage, so did make a net gain on it.
Clan takes over. We're under 8 minutes to go, second quarter. They lead 12-0. Rather. Here is 23 Hicks rolling through for a couple of yards, and he'll be brought down by number 46 for the Ocean City Red Raiders. That's Doug Hicks. And Buckaloo are the running backs, and actually Kevin Hart will come wide as well. So they run with split backs. Ballpark figure about 4 minutes left. They go with the option. Viso keeps it, only gets a couple, and brought down in a cloud of dust. In there by number 89, that is Sean Murphy, a 6'3", 190-pound defensive end.
Yeah, Viso had a real tough decision that time. He had a little bit of an opening to run it himself, and both backs there was a man out with each of them, but he might have pitched it, he might have ran it up. It was really a tough decision, and when he made the cut, it looked like the correct decision, but then Ocean City really closed the hole up quick and stopped them for a gain of about 2 yards.
Bernardini and Hart go wide to the right side on 3rd down and 7 from the Ocean City 48. Viso back to pass. There's a hold in the middle of the line. He get it out to Hicks. Hicks running for the 1st down. He'll have it and more. Hicks cuts it back inside, gets around, has 2 men to beat. He's still on his feet and brought down from behind by number 64, Darren Urbaseski. And we'll see what the penalty is about.
That's really a shame because that's really a great play. It's a new play we saw from Vineland, as it is going to be against Vineland.
Nothing. Kerry Stadium, Ocean City is where we are. I'm Matthew Birmingham along with Robin Daplin. Viso, nice give to Hicks. He's got a lot of pasture to run through. Gets to the 50-yard line, stumbles down to the 45 before he is brought down there by 64. That should be Urbaseski, and it is. And 21 as well for Ocean City, DeAugustine.
Yeah, that was a great call. Just a little draw play to Hicks, and you know, everybody's looking past, so you're on the draw play. What have you got to lose? Even if they stop you for no gain, now you're still going to punt. Now they've got it 4th and 5. They're at the Ocean City 45-yard line, about 20 or 30 yards made up by Hicks that time, but Vineland's going to elect to punt with a 12-0 lead.
Haydak to punt from his own 40. Nice spiraling kick. Cool, though, to how much time is left. The clock is not operating. Viso runs it over to Hicks. Hicks has to cut it back inside to get to the original line of scrimmage. Has some open field running. Tries to get to the 15. Won't make it there. He is brought down right back in the middle of the field. So that's a play that took about 25 yards to run and got him only about 5.
Yeah, they picked up 5, and that was the play before that Vineland. Certainly they're going to go for it. I wonder if anybody ever thought about field goal. I guess not.
Well, now Derek Ducharme is kicking, and his extra point attempt was blocked from the 20. They need to get to just inside the 15. Viso may keep it himself, pitches back to Hicks. He's got a long way to go. He's tripped up, but he keeps on going. Hicks will have the first down inside the 10 to about the 9. Excellent effort.
Yeah, and I think Vineland's going to call immediate timeout. I guess there must be, what, around
he
a
comes
minute?
wide out this time. Viso gives it to Hicks. Hicks busts his way through down to about the 45-yard line. Brought down from behind there by number 84. That's Charles.
By Willie Hart, and that kind of really stalled that drive.
That'll do it.
But you can hear the fans are starting to clap a little louder. It's getting a little bit more noise on this side, the Ocean City side, but now Vineland has the ball.
Now Crescenzi, the lone wideout. They hand it through to Hart, and he is loose down the left sideline. Has one man that Shawcross to beat. He won't do it. Be brought down inside the 30-yard line. Kevin Hart with one of his custom-made, fast-breaking efforts from the line of scrimmage, and he comes up a little lame on that one as Shawcross really threw him to the cow pasture.
Yeah, it made it all the way down to the 25-yard line, though, Matt. No, they're going to say he stepped out way back here at the 38-yard line.
Well, if that's the case, then should not Shawcross be called for a little roughing, because he was thrown out of bounds inside the 30 all the way at the 25.
Well, you know, he could say that he didn't hear the whistle. Both of them were going, and I'm sure all the Vineland High School players right in front there were yelling and screaming, so it's got to be a tough whistle to hear. But they heard the whistle. Yeah, you're right. It should be a penalty.
Hart, Hicks, and Buckaloo, the full house backfield, 1st and 10 for the Klan. This is Hicks running into a wall after he gets about 3 inside the 35 to maybe about the 34-yard line. 2nd down and about 5.
Yeah, Matt, you're right. You called it. He ran into a wall, but he was able to push that wall forward for a couple yards, and he's picked up, it looks like about, well, it looks like it's going to be 4 or 5, so he'll have 2nd and 5. But on that play to Hart, that was just pure speed on his part.
So brings that full house backfield up. Crescenzi wide out right this time. Buckaloo bowling up the right side. He's gone. 10-5 touchdown. John Buckaloo. There was that hole big enough for me to run through, and John Buckaloo took advantage of it. It's 18-0 Vineland. We're in the 3rd. We'll move right side. He's number 81. That's Brad Bernardini, of course. Some jumping by Ocean City's defense. This is Hicks bolting through. Hicks has some running room, gets inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. William Hicks had an outstanding run and excellent blocking once again by that Vineland Fighting Klan offensive line.
Now, that time was the left side of the line. They're really starting to open up the holes now. We saw
Big Milt Morris. Again, he's had great success with the kickoffs. Into the end zone, touchback. That's 2 touchbacks for Milt today.
Yeah, and that one hit about, looked like about 4 yards in the end zone. So, I don't know. Milt, as in the past, had problems trying to kick the ball too hard, and it goes off the side of his foot and out of bounds, but certainly having no problems kicking off today. He's kicked off about 5 times, and each of them has just been excellent kicks. A little bit of a threat here.
In the 4th quarter, as Perez has to get off the field in a hurry, Tyrone Rolls now has it squirt from his hands. It's recovered, should be by Vineland, and it is. We saw number 24 there, Kevin Hart, get close to the ball. He overran it, and somebody from Vineland did recover it, and the Klan stopped the biggest Ocean City threat. Stanford Broom and number 80, John Donnelly, who comes out wide left. We'll get those names for you. Bernhardt gives it off to the carrier. I thought that might have been Broom, who was bowled back after gaining a 1st down as they had surrounded him. That's 85, Stanford Broom, 1st down. Going to keep it on the ground, pitches back to Stanford Broom. Broom's going to be close to the 1st down. I thought he might have been able to break it away, but he'll be down to about the 34-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Interesting call here. See what the Klan.
This can't happen. I'm a senior. Onside kick, Matt.
Sort of a 3-step, and I don't know what you want to call that onside kick. It went about 15 yards. Haydak and Hart on the recovery as the good hands people were up there for Vineland, and they'll take over.
Canale kicking off for the Egg Harbor. What's the heck's the name of that team? Egg Harbor what?
Eagles.
Eagles. All right. And this is Kevin Hart. 25-30. Hart with good running room out to the 38-yard line, where Vineland will have good field position in spite of the wind advantage. Robert Haydak checks into the game, and he splits as a wide receiver to the far side of the field. 2nd and 4. And this is number 43, going to take it home for a touchdown for Vineland High. Willie Hart, Vineland touchdown, 35-yard touchdown run, and it comes with 8 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. And Willie Hart had an easy one. He was virtually untouched all the way to the end zone. A Vineland touchdown to start the scoring. The St. Joe of Hamilton has offers from Notre Dame and Purdue. Well, that's nice to take your pick from that. This is not exactly a successful kick, but it may turn out well, and it does, as the ball carrier gets virtually no gain, and that is
I don't know, but
William Hicks making the stop.
He put his ankles together. He wasn't going anywhere.
Plan 20-yard line. Viso pitching back to Hicks, who's breaking tackles and crashing out to a first down at the 40-yard line. Nice run that time.
That's his first carry.
Some good blocking, too, by the left side of the offensive line for VHS.
Good balance by Hicks, too. He had been one Egg Harbor Township fellow laying on the ground, reached up, touched his ankle. He was about to lose his balance, and he regained his balance and picked up 5 more yards as a result.
And that's going to come back. That'll wash it out. 6. All right. Hicks for 3 or 4, down to about the 25-yard line. William Hicks, the ball carrier.
Yeah, up to now, we've had a number of carries by Hart. There haven't been that many. Well, 5 carries by Buffalo, 2 carries by Hicks, and 3 carries by Seal, and 4 carries by Willie Hart.
Willie and Kevin, have we ascertained our brothers?
No, I haven't checked.
We haven't ascertained.
But Kevin's carried the ball back to go through them, too.
1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. William Hicks, big run, big hole up the middle. Nice hurdling over one of the defensive players, and he is down to what appears to be another first down at the Egg Harbor. Where are they going to mark it? 10-yard line. Boy, Vineland sure.
Those two-way players are getting tired already. A lot of substitutes, which you want to get them all blended there. You can't just put all your other players in there.
With 7:06 to play, we could hit 60. 48-0 Vineland. Putting on a clinic at Gatone Stadium today.
With a Vineland defenseman in the area.
Forger's grabs today are the best I've seen by a high school player all season.
But he's had to work for those.
And look, it's still 3rd and 8.
Good, excellent. He's trying his darndest, but...
Gary Johnson, number 42. Nice tackle for Vineland High.
Right, and then now number 66, Frank Bosco, 5'6", 170-pound guard. A junior just went into the game for Vineland. Johnson
spells his name Johnsson, something like Tommy Hines. Brought to you in part by Lurco Fuel Oil Company, 520 Chestnut Avenue, Vineland. Call 696-8888 for home delivery. By Bob's Auto Supply, 1289 South Delsey Drive in Vineland. 20 seconds in running, and that may have been our last play of the game. It's 3rd and 9, but that doesn't really seem to matter. 12 seconds in running. And Vineland's going to walk away with an easy one today. Surprisingly easy, 48-6 over Egg Harbor. And that's the end of the football game. So we will have a rather exciting wrap-up for you. Lots of scoring to tell you about. And Tony DeRazio will have a recap of all the statistics and the yardage gained and what have you today right after.